Blues falling down on me like showers of rain, but I still love to hear you, baby girl, when you holler my name now. Sure love to hear you, mama, when you call my name. I said you always call so loud. Now girl, you always seem to call.
Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, welcome back to the most casual gun channel on the internet. And today I'm here to talk about the new Ruger Security 380. Now I always say that every gun is really cool, and I think that they are, and this one is pretty cool as well. It's a new gun. I don't get a lot of new guns early, like some of these channels that are sponsored by different shops or different manufacturers. So you get a real opinion from me, and I'm not trying to sell you anything, number one. I think that's an advantage. And number two, you know, I have people give me suggestions all the time for my videos, but I try to make this as much like you're just sitting around talking to a buddy about things as I can. So that's the format we're working with here for you folks that are new to the channel. For you folks that have visited before or you're subscribers or something, thanks for joining me again. Thanks for coming back. And you know that I'm a big fan of polymer pistols in general. 380s and Rugers, and so it was natural for me to want to get this new Security 380. A little bit about getting the thing. We had a gun show here close to my house this weekend, and so I actually picked this up for a pretty dang ridiculously good price, which is really the only reason I bought it, because it's retailed at $369, I think. But I have seen prices all over the place since it's been out, and I'm not going to pay anywhere close to the retail price for any gun, to be honest. But a lot of people are price gouging, especially on Gun Broker. I mean, honestly, I hate Gun Broker with a passion. But that's another story beside the point. But the Ruger Security 380 is similar in some ways to the Security 9s that have been around before. I've shot one of those, but I haven't owned one. But there's a lot of things that are upgraded with this particular gun. And so what do you get in the package? Well, obviously you get the firearm. You get a 15-round magazine with the grip extension piece. You get a 10-round magazine. You also get a little pinky extension base plate that you can swap off for either one of these, but you wouldn't want to do it on the 15-round mag, so it's really for the 10-round mag. And then, you know, the owner's manual and the lock and all that stuff. And that's what it comes with. 2 mags, a 10-round and 15. And you get the little rail in the front. You get fiber optic front sight. You get grip safety, which I'm not crazy about the grip safety, or about the frame safety, I'm sorry. Not really a big fan of that. So, sorry I had to cut there. Back to the task at hand. My kid was acting a fool. So, what do we have? We got the frame safety, which I'm not super stoked on. We've got a relatively thick polymer frame for a compact handgun. This is a little bit chunkier feeling to me than any other 380 that I've shot. It's thicker this way. It's relatively compact. The barrel length is not particularly long, but it's got a decent amount of weight to it, and it's a decent size. Now, with the small base plate on the 10-round mag, the 10-round clip, I can't get a pinky on here at all. Doesn't matter, because this is one of the softest shooting firearms I think I own outside of 22s, and it's damn close to feeling like an actual 22. I was shocked. Now, I'm sure I've put a little bit of the footage up already of this firearm, but I will put some more towards the end of the video as well. And you guys can see very little recoil. I was able to get shots off very quickly. The finish is nice on this firearm. I haven't cleaned it since I've been to the range, so if you see some foul in there on the barrel and all, it's understandable. But the package is not, anything exceptional. 2 mags, no case, cardboard box. That's Ruger. But the quality is really nice. I'm very impressed with all that. So that's enough of what you get and why. Rear sights are just blacked out, by the way, but they're windage adjustable. And it looks like you could probably swap those out for something a little bit more involved if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that. Also, ported slide. I don't know how much that really makes a difference in this gun, but it's got it and it looks cool. So anyway, how does this thing shoot? Well, like I said, I'm sure I've put some footage up here already of me shooting this thing. I took my first shots today. My first 5 shots at a target 7 yards away, I was able to just drill them right in the center mass circle of the IDPA target. To sum things up, it has a very good trigger. It has a crisp break and a pretty short reset. Nice trigger that's a fast trigger. I was able to get 0.15 down to 0.15 splits with this thing. Mostly I was hanging around the 0.17, 0.16 area, and I'll throw up some of these splits right here. Of course, some of my shots were a little slower, but that's pretty fast for me. I don't know about you guys. I don't claim to be the fastest finger in the world, but 0.16, 0.15, that's pretty brisk for me. And very easy to put this gun on target. I mean, shockingly accurate at self-defense ranges. Now, I ran through 3 targets on this thing today, I think. And I was really just mainly shooting self-defense stuff and match style training where I'm using a shot timer and trying to get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 shots off at the same time. Before I moved it out to do some long distance, I shot the last 10 rounds of this magazine and was able to put every one of them except for one just barely out of the headshot circle I think I was at 7 yards, which is not exceptionally far away, but I was putting them on there pretty quick. And it was just really easy. I mean, it's a very accurate shooting gun for me. Really easy to put this on target. Very light recoil. Easy to rack. It's called the light rack thing. It's the Ruger's light rack deal. And it's just super easy. I mean, I could probably do it with my pinky. Very easy to rack the side on this gun. And when you tear it down, it's got the pin. My second camera here. It's got the pin takedown. You get something under there and pop that out, and it works like a normal takedown. But the spring is very light. I was really shocked. It's hammer fired, so it's not doing all the things that a striker fired pistol has to do. So it's able to have a really easy rack of the side and a really positive trigger for Ruger. Now, again, I'm a big Ruger fan. Y'all all know that. But their triggers on some of these security models have not been the greatest, and this is a big upgrade. So if you had a Security 9 or you shot one and you didn't like the trigger, this is a serious upgrade to that. It's quicker, it's crisper, and it's easier to put dead on target. So, after I moved out to 20 yards, I was able to put a lot of shots on target pretty easily. I'm not a long distance shooter with this type of pistol much. I mean, I do it. You guys that follow me have seen me take long shots, especially with, big barrel revolvers. But with a small pistol like this, it's not really made to take shots out past about 10 or 15 yards, and you can't justify that in any kind of self-defense manner. unless, it's the very, very rare exceptions. But at 20 yards, I was able to put, I'd say, I haven't counted the holes in these pictures, but I'm guessing probably 18 of 20 pretty briskly on center mass. So it's a pretty accurate gun. And I mean, I'm sure it would go out farther than that if you wanted it to. I didn't have any reason to do that. But overall, I just got this to really do a review and maybe turn around and get rid of it and move on to the next thing. But to be honest, I think I'm going to hold on to this gun. If you have a person in your life that you're trying to get into shooting, this would be an excellent firearm to take out a youngster or a lady that doesn't have much experience, or another guy that doesn't have much experience, anybody that has weaker hands. I know you hear this stuff about these light rack, like the Smith & Wesson EZ and all that stuff. It's very similar, but it's very easy to operate. And I just can't stress enough how soft of a shooter this is, but still a capable defense firearm, and certainly a very capable training platform. 380, if you can get it in the right place, is just a touch over the price of 9mm. So it's not a huge investment above and beyond that, but it is a little bit more expensive. So keep that in mind. But I think as far as for defensive purposes go, modern 380 defensive ammo, or just modern 380 ball ammo, if you get especially the flat nose stuff, is a very effective self-defense round. I don't talk a lot about self-defense. It's not a huge priority of mine as far as this channel goes. But as far as 380s go, if you don't know, it's just a shorter case 9mm, usually with a slightly lighter projectile. And again, if you get like a Underwood or something, those penetrators or defenders, that ammo is very effective in 380, or just the flat nose target type ammo is going to give you the penetration and the stopping power that you need if you can put it on target. And the thing about this gun is it's like a 22 in that you can really put as many shots on target as you want to. And it's very easy. So that's my take on the Ruger Security 380. I had a great time shooting it today. I think I'm gonna hold on to this one and shoot it a lot more, so I'll give you some more updates. I had no failures to feed, no failures to fire, no malfunctions of any sort with this gun. I put exactly 200 rounds through this today. So I'm very happy with it so far. I think Ruger did a great job with this. The only real drawback I can tell you right away is it's larger than what you might want in a real concealed carry platform. And outside of that, the rail is the smaller slotted rail. It's common, but it's a little bit harder to deal with. So I think the Ruger 380 gets 2 thumbs up from me. I'm super happy with it. It can be had for right around $300, and I wouldn't pay much more than that because it can be had for that. And to be honest with you, I paid less than that out the door. But again, Gun Broker is a bunch of con artists as far as the people selling on there. The site's cool. Just a lot of your sellers are price gouging. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me again. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy my shooting footage, and I will see all of you guys out at the range.
Ran to the station with my little tears running down, 'cause I got the bad news, my baby girl done left town, yeah. Got me some bad news, my baby done left town. I said, I got some bad news.